Can I wear my watch in the rain? Your timepiece was sold as water resistant, but the brand said not to wear it in the shower. What's going on? Water and watches really don't mix. Even the smallest amount of moisture inside the mechanical watch can corrode the gears, springs, and screws essential to its operation and irreparably damage the dial, hands, and decorative elements. So for more than 150 years, watchmakers have been selling timepieces said to be protected from water, beginning with pocket watches like impermeable, introduced in 1864 by Alcide Droz and the Sons of Saint Emir, Switzerland. But it was the onset of World War I, just as the watch itself was transitioning from the pocket to the wrist, that accelerated the need for water-resistant watches. In 1918, Charles D. Polliler, working with the Waltham Watch Company of Massachusetts, introduced the Field and Marine Watch, which a government official told the U.S. Secretary of War was a design of a waterproof case in which a watch could actually run for several weeks underwater. In 1926, Rolex patented the Oyster case, marketing the model as the world's first waterproof watch. Both the Rolex and the Waltham timepieces depended on screwed down crowns, screw-fitted case bags, and protective rubber gasket to keep water out. And in recent years, both Rolex and Omega have created watches that operated during Vivid-2 Challenger Deep, which at 10,935 meters is the deepest known point in the ocean. During development, the brand said those watches were tested under pressures that exceed anything found on Earth. With such achievements, you might conclude that watchmakers have triumphed over the elements. But is that really true? And how can you be sure your own watch would withstand the surf of the Waikiki, or snorkeling in the Maldives, or even humble chores like washing your car or watering the house of the plant? Standards versus guideline. Most watches have what is called a water resistance rating of 30 meters to 100 meters, implying they wouldn't be harmed at those depths. Omega, for example, had said a watch that is water resistance to 30 meters can be worn for swimming at depths of up to 30 meters underwater for extended periods without the restriction. But many brands' advice on how to wear their watches is nowhere near as adventurous. A 30-meter watch is often described as splashy-proof, protected while washing your hands or venturing out in heavy rain. A 50 meters model would stand up to lighter swimming, according to T-Max. Watch enthusiasts may get the impression that 3 atmospheres, equivalent to 30 meters underwater, and splashy-proof don't quite go together. Heike, the head of product management at the German watch brand Nomos, wrote in an email, "This is understandable. The explanation is simple. Standard values are determined under laboratory conditions. These have little to do with real-life wear. it is assumed that the water is not in motion, that it is not warm, and that there is no soap dissolved in it. And what's more, the test object is brand new. Ms. A said that Nomos prepared to be conservative in his claims that, for example, a watch rated for 50 meters could be worn while showering, so customers' experience aligned with reality. But she added even seemingly innocuous bumps or bangs to a watch's crown could impair its water resistance. Brands' measuring standards also are inconsistent. While most makers cite maximum depth standards in meters, IWC has used the pressure rating called a bar and has said, for example, that a watch must have a water resistance of at least 6 bar to be worn safely during snorkeling. How, in an industry so focused on precision and accuracy, did things get so confused? You have this issue of the brands themselves often advising the use of their watch, which totally contradicts what they've written on the watch themselves, said a former watch boutique manager and auction house expert in Britain, who now conduct courses for professionals entering the watch industry. You've got a country which is notoriously pedantic, confusing itself and disagreeing with itself. And it began with the use of the term waterproof, he said, that ran up against all kind of American legislation. And the brands began to say water resistance instead, because they wanted to sell into the American market.